Every Wednesday I like to come on here and just talk to you a little bit about some business tips for wine glass painting parties and running your own wine glass painting party business. And today we're going to talk a little bit about pricing and your value. So pricing is a question people always ask me: how much do you charge for your events, or what's the pricing and that kind of thing. So generally for my in-person classes, the price is usually about $30 a person. You can also do maybe $25 a person, just kind of depends on your event. And then for private events, I like to do it about $35 a person, because for private events, people always ask me, well, why do you charge more for that? And really, because it's a personal thing. You're going out to their location of choice. You're doing a special event just for them. So it's a little bit more time involved in that. It's a little bit more special. So it requires a little bit extra money for that. So I would like to do that pricing for that. And then for the online classes, you can just really, it kind of just really depends. Generally, it's about like $15 a person for the online class. And that's just for the class. It's not for the supplies. If you do the supplies, then it'd probably be about the same price as your normal class. If you are, like, say if you have a kit and they're picking up the supplies and you're gonna do the class online, then you can go ahead and charge about the same price, because you're supplying both the kit and the class. But if you're doing just like the online class where you would give them the supply list and they would do their own supplies, then I recommend about $15 a person for that. So that's just a little tip about how to do your pricing. But also, just another thing when you're doing pricing is usually it's you just calculate your supplies, and then usually you times that times at least 3. And that's kind of a general idea of how to come up with your pricing. So just kind of keep that in mind. And also, you want to figure in your time, and if there's travel involved, that's also valuable. So you want to figure that in there too. So kind of do that. But also about your pricing, I wanted to just really quickly touch on your value. So sometimes people they're afraid to, charge a certain price. Like, well, if I'm just starting out, maybe I should charge less. Or if I'm not, if it's in a really small area, maybe I should charge less. And I really don't recommend doing that. So I want you to remember that, you have value and your time is valuable, and you have a skill and something to share with people. And they're there to learn that. So don't undervalue yourself. Don't feel like I should give them always a coupon or something like that, or I should reduce this. Or especially on private events, a lot of times private event people sometimes will come back and they'll try to be like, oh, can you give me a big discount or this or that? And of course, you definitely can give them discounts, which I recommend. It also depends on how many people they have in the party. So if it's a really large party, you can sometimes give a pretty good discount on that. But generally, if they come back and say, well, I only have, $10 a person, well, I'll say, well, I'm sorry, but that's just not something I can do. That's not, feasible for me. So don't be afraid to say no if people ask for, larger discounts, or someone comes back and gives you like a little bit of pushback with the price. Don't be afraid to be confident in your pricing and know your value. Don't always think that you have to lower your prices to get some business. And if you stand firm on your value and your pricing, then it'll come across as confidence to everybody, and they'll feel more comfortable with the pricing that you're giving. So just remember just to be confident in your pricing, and also know your value and what you have to offer. And that'll really help you with the confidence and coming up with your pricing, and then standing behind it when people try to, ask for low discounts and things like that. So anyways, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the pricing. And again, I'll talk to you guys next week with some more business tips. Thanks.